I'm talking about environment and future of the world, and I think it's needed. So who thinks that they're having plastic for dinner tonight? Can you please raise your hands? So it's because we are implicitly or explicitly having plastic for dinner. And do you know the reason why we're having plastic for dinner? Because there's so much of plastic pollution. Every day we are throwing plastic, and it just takes one single person to destroy an ecosystem. We are throwing so much plastic into our oceans, into our rivers, then within 2050 it is thought that the amount of plastic in the oceans will be equal to the amount of fishes living in the oceans. And do you know what these plastics are doing? They are killing algae, the entire ecosystem of the oceans and the water system is being destroyed. About 100 million of mammals, sea mammals and birds are getting killed each and every year because they are being suffocated by polythene or plastic, or they're just ingesting plastic which are rupturing their stomachs. Do you know something? My dad really works hard for me, and he dreams that I will be a doctor or a good person in future. And I think all of our parents have dreams for us, but do you think what we are doing for our future generation? We are polluting the earth. We are killing each and every ecosystem, each and every animal, each and every year, each and every second. 10% of the biodiversity of the world will get extinct within 2050. And that's not scary, that's astonishing. So I think we all should do something for the future. We all should plant trees and mainly save the ocean, because 60% of the oxygen that is produced in the environment comes from the algae that is produced in the oceans. So we should stop plastic pollution. Like Switzerland has already closed one of their atomic energy plants, and what are we doing? We are building more atomic energy plants. That's hilarious. So everyone should come forward, and I will end with a saying of Greta. Why do we go to school? For a better future. So what should we study for even when we don't have a future? And that's why Greta, the 16-year-old Swedish girl, doesn't go to school. Thank you.
How many of you are thinking about your future?
How many of us are friends with trees?
Because without trees, we're not going to be able to live. We're going to die.
This is 2241, and this is the Amazon desert. And I'm standing right in front of you. I'm the BBC News reporter.
Who is man's best friend? And a common answer is the dog. But I would also argue that the tree is also suitable.
We would say, but do you know how many years does it take to get mixed with the soil? It takes more than 400 years.
Hello. The topic, as you have heard, is environment pollution and our responsibility. So first, I'd like to ask you a question. How many of you are thinking about your future, thinking of storing something that's important to you? You're probably going about, going about for books, perhaps, knowledge, and some plain old money. But have you ever thought that we should store up our seeds and saplings for trees? She thought, and that's brilliant, because we are living in such a society, in such a world where environment pollution has become a very common thing. This is very, very sad. Pollution, we all know, is the introduction of some foreign particles in an environment where it is not supposed to be. For example, perhaps dust particles, or your sulfur oxide, nitrous oxide, carbon monoxide in the air, or plastics and polythenes going down the river, or even in basics in soil, the too much acidic stuff. So ultimately what happens is the balance in nature is not maintained, and things become horrified. Things become really awful. So what we should do, we all know what we should do actually. We know that we are not supposed to litter. We are supposed to keep our garbage in the proper places, like in dustbins, or we are not supposed to burn plastics or something. We all know the basic rules, but do we follow them? How many of us can honestly say that I have never put a plastic bag just down the street? How many of you can say that that was nice that you have. So it's a really less amount of people, only 2 in the whole room perhaps. And maybe there are some few who didn't raise their hands because of my speech. Okay. So Ultimately, what happens is we know the rules, but we don't follow it. Words are important. They can change the world. But what is more important is, while you're speaking the words, you have to do the actions also. You need to walk the walk. We know how to save our world. We know how to stop environmental pollution. So please take the steps. That's all. Thank you.
Anyways, starting off with a question. How many of us are friends with trees? How many of us are friends with trees? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 liars. Thank you very much. We have got 12 liars in the room. Absolutely 12 liars. So, we are friends with trees and we like slaughtering them, isn't it? We are friends with trees, we like burning them. We are friends with trees, we don't even like them. We are like, ew, what's that green thing right there? Now, so trees are very important. They give us oxygen. And imagine a life without oxygen. And surely there's one study I'd like to reveal at the end of this speech. I'm not going to reveal it now. You guys are going to be like, what? Okay, anyway, so trees are very important. Let's say after 50 to 60 years, we all are going to be wearing oxygen masks. We all are going to be wearing oxygen masks. How does that feel? We cannot move around without a cylinder in our back. We cannot move around freely. We cannot play. We cannot do anything that requires a high level of oxygen. We cannot respire anaerobically. That's a biological term. I'm not good at biology anyway. So now, a fact to reveal is that according to a study, it shows that we can live, according to the amount of chopping trees, we can live for the next 100,000 years. So it's not a problem that we are cutting trees, but we need to reduce the pace. We need to reduce the pace. Actually, it's kind of cool though. So look, when I'm 60, I can talk to my grandchildren and say, oh, you know, when I was 20 years old, I could breathe without oxygen masks. I could do so many things. I could play cricket. Now you guys cannot play cricket. You guys have to sit in your phones and play the something cricket game. I'm not good at gaming anyway. So we have to remember one thing. We have to love our environment. We have to love trees. We have to love nature. Mother Nature is screaming at us every single time. Every single time we are chopping a tree, but we cannot hear it. So that's the end of my speech today. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Trees are a very important part of our life. They are a necessity to us. But nowadays we can see that there aren't much trees. Trees have become a decoration piece now. We cannot see them everywhere. We can only see them in places like this university. But when we go to roads, when we walk on roads or footpaths, we can't really see any trees. They've really disappeared. But trees are supposed to be a necessity. They're supposed to be there because it's important for us. Because without trees, we're not going to be able to live. We're going to die. And day by day, we are destroying this nature. We're destroying our nature. And thanks to our very luxurious lives, every day, millions of trees are being cut. So we must do something to protect this. It's not something that we can do. It's something that we must do. We must protect our trees and our nature because it's going to have an impact on our future and our future generations. So we must protect our trees. We must try ourselves to protect our nature and trees in ways that we can. I know that we are youths, but we can do small things like planting trees or not cutting off trees to save the environment. Thank you.
Thank you.
And dear guys, Assalamu alaikum and a very good day. I'm Hasina Khanum and today my selected topic is environment pollution and our responsibility. Well, this is 2241 and this is the Amazon desert and I'm standing right in front of you. I'm the BBC News reporter and you would be really amazed to know that this once used to be a great forest. There was life diversity, there were animals, there were trees and there were many things in this world. But today now this is desert. That's probably gonna be the factors and that's probably gonna be the picture where your future generation going to see in the TV screen. screen and gonna be amazed about that used to be a forest once day. If that environment pollution it's just going to be like that we are doing now. Now environment, this is the most important part because the whole earth we live is everyone around is our environment. So environment is mainly composed of the three parts: soil, air, and water. And these three parts, I must be very much sorry to say, but really regularly, differently, with diverse ways, these are polluted. And how these are polluted actually? In air, you know, all we have read the CFC gases, the carbon dioxide, the ozone layers, we all have that messages and YouTube videos, we all know that, these stuffs. And all the plastics we use, everything is made of plastic. You want to buy a drink, that's made of plastic. You're using the pen you are writing, that's the plastic, made of plastic. And the badges you have been given, the straps of the ID cards, these are also made of plastics. So everywhere we're producing more plastics and just letting it go to the soil, and soils are also polluted. Now there comes the water. The 3/4 of the earth is water, and there are lots of animal diversities, aquatic animals under the water, and the most all the things are very much polluted. What we need to do, we are all the young guys and we have the very much big time in front of us, in front of our life. So this is the prime time. We need to stand up. We need to be careful about. We need to be responsible to our environment because this is the earth we are letting go for the future generation. So we have to keep it beautiful. We have to do it now. So whenever you're getting a chips or any chocolate juice packet, just throw it into the dustbin, throw it in the proper place, use a bicycle, not the motorbike, and everything. That's all will be my message for you. Thank you all. Thank you everyone.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Ahnaf Shafayat Haq, and today my topic is nature and trees. First I would like to start this by saying that trees are a vital part of our survival, and we are alive on this earth because of them. You see, there's an old saying, a common saying that, a question, who is man's best friend? And a common answer is the dog. But I would also argue that the tree is also suitable for this, for an answer to this question, because you see, trees play a very, very, very important role in our lives, and we don't even notice it. We never pay heed to the warnings about global warming and climate change. You see, trees, they provide, first and foremost, they provide us with oxygen, without which we could not even live for like a minute or something. They are constantly providing us oxygen so that we can breathe and live in peace. Then they are also providing fruits which give us nourishment and is also helping solve the problem of hunger in the world. Also they also provide timber for our construction projects like houses, and which is helping to solve the housing problem that is going on all over the world due to overpopulation and excess growth rate of population. You see that even though trees do all of these things, they are completely neglected by us. We are rapidly cutting down trees for no reason at all, except just for in advancing our business, business interests and political interests. For this reason, the whole world is suffering. Because you see, without trees, our life wouldn't be possible. In our solar system, only the Earth is capable of supporting life, and a major factor in that is the presence of water and trees. You see, without trees, we would definitely not be able to live. Trees also provide us shade and many other things. You see, trees also provide ecological balance, and so we should all plant more and more trees wherever we can and wherever we can find space, because you see, the world needs more trees. As the recent disasters, bushfires in Australia and the Amazon have proved, without trees the whole world will suffer greatly, and that's why we should all plant more trees and stop cutting down trees indiscriminately. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Farmida, hailing from Military Collegiate School, Khulna. And thank you for giving me the floor. Can you guess, let me hit the point. Can you guess, if a Korean person come to Bangladesh, what he would say if he sees the environment here? Don't guess, I'll say. He would say, Motoke, Dashinja Palikage. It means that what should I do? I should leave this place right now. Why not? Because Bangladesh is toxic. Yeah, more than South Korea even. South Korea was on the top. Now it's Dhaka might be on the top, probably. So why it's toxic? Because we don't take care of this environment. We don't take care of our nature. We are just selfish. We talk about our jobs. We go attend class education. What's the point of doing this? If there is no chance of our survival, extinction, we are going to extinct soon. Okay, before I continue, I might tell you one thing. You people are distracting. You guys are legends, so I can just keep eye on you. And you guys are looking at me, so I'm feeling kind of a bit shy. I'm hesitating. Exactly, that's what's happening. We are hesitating. We don't plant trees. We don't take care of environment. We are just talking about our thing. But we are thinking that, why me? Why I will plant a tree? Somebody else will do that. But somebody needs to be the pioneer, right? Somebody needs to do it so that we can inspire the others. We can also make people inspired to keep our environment more clean, fresh air. Trees are beautiful creatures, right? Trees are so beautiful. They give us oxygen, fruits, flowers, so many things. Miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. We have a lot of time. Let's come together, make a deal, and save our environment. Thank you for your patience.
Hey people, this is Sriham Rafi Sohan in front of you from Kumilla. So the topic I've been given is a world without plastics. So I'm sure everybody in front of me is very familiar with this word plastic. We just used it a minute ago. So I'm sure you all are familiar. But do you know its after effects after using? We just need 10 seconds, merely 10 seconds to just tear a plastic and throw it on the ground. But do you know how many years does it take to get mixed with the soil? It takes more than 400 years. Do you even realize that? We are not even going to survive for 400 years. We can't even think of that. The world is changing. We need to change properly. I don't really see any initiative from Bangladesh regarding plastic, very less. But I can see a lot of initiatives in other countries like UK, US. I got known to an online shop maybe a year ago named Anything But Plastic by Jenny Derry. She's from US, and the online shop she opened didn't contain any product which had plastic, and that's awesome. Because when people are buying, they're getting jute bags or biodegradable products. That means it's without plastic. Plastics are recyclable, but we are not doing that. We are throwing it in the ground, we're having chips, we're having ice creams, chocolates, many things. But we are not thinking about what to do with the packet. We are not thinking. Just a minute ago, we had something. Did you think about eating the paper, the plastic it had outside? We didn't. That means we're not thinking about this world. How can you say we love our motherland then? We say we love our country, we love Bangladesh, but do we? I can see many plastics when I walk around my school, my road. But so I don't see any change in the people, but I can see many posts, which contains that, yeah, I love my country. I don't see that. So yeah, we should be careful. The people of this world should be careful. We're not only the citizens of Bangladesh, we're the citizens from the world. So we should work for that. We should work regarding plastic, because that's a very important one. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.